The president also expressed the hope that Ajero and his team would continue to be partners to the administration in fulfilling the aspirations of Nigerian people. President Buhari also congratulated Comrade Ayuba Waba for a successful completion of his tenure as the head of Nigerian workers, wishing him the best in his future undertakings. He wished the new executive body a successful tenure. Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has called on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to remove the resident electoral commissioner in Lagos, Olusegun Agbaje, for alleged partisanship and compromise. In a statement by his special assistant on Public Communication, Frank Shaibu, the Waziri Adamawa has said it was curious seeing Agbaje insisting on using the Lagos State Park and Garage Management Committee led by Transport Kingpin and member of All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Musiliu Akinsoya, aka MC Olomo, for election logistics on February 25 and March 11, 2023. He described as watery the Rex excuse that INEC would not be able to use the National Union of Road Transport Workers and Road Transport Employees Association of Nigeria because they had been barred in Lagos State. The senator for Delta North, Peter Wambushi, has finally been taken into custody after months on the run. According to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Wambushi was caught by their operatives at a hospital in Lagos during the week and has now been remanded in Ikoyi Custodial Center to start serving his sentence. Recall that the Court of Appeals verdict on July 1, 2022 found the senator guilty of 2 counts of money laundering and sentenced him to serve time in prison. In addition, the court mandated the dissolution of his companies Golden Touch Construction Project Limited and Swimming Electrical Limited in accordance with Section 22 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2021. However, Wabushi refused to surrender to the Nigeria Correctional Service and went into hiding. Wabushi and his companies acquired the property Guinea House in Apapa, Lagos for 805 million naira, with part of the payment made by Swimming Electrical Limited on behalf of Wabushi and Golden Touch Construction Project Limited. The funds are believed to have been obtained through illicit activities. 60 years after the discovery of crude oil in commercial quantities at the Olobiri Bayelsa Estate by Shell, the Federal Executive Council on Wednesday awarded the contract of Olobiri Museum and Research Center, OMRC, area of Bayelsa State. This includes Phase 1 engineering, procurement and construction contract in favor of Julius Berger Nigeria PLC with a completion period of 30 months. The FEC meeting, which was chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari, further approved the scope of work, which would include a masterpiece museum and a research center. This is expected to close a major gap in the nation's quest for homegrown technology inputs required to service exploration and production activities in the Nigerian oil and gas industry. Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, unexpectedly visited the UK on Wednesday. He arrived in London as part of an unannounced diplomatic tour of European countries with a strong message for British MPs. Zelensky presented a speech to the joint houses of the British Parliament on his second overseas trip since the Russian invasion of Ukraine about a year ago. The speech skillfully caressed the national ego while making a straightforward appeal for more heavy weapons, especially fighter jets. He stated London has supported Kyiv from day one. Since the early moments and seconds of the major conflict, Great Britain offered assistance while the rest of the world was still trying to figure out how to respond. Zelensky gave the House of Commons Speaker Lindsay Hoyle the helmet of a Ukrainian fighter pilot in a moving yet well-executed gesture inscribed with the words, "We have freedom. Give us wings so that we can defend it."
I have come here and stand before you on behalf of the brave, on behalf of our warriors who are now in the trenches under enemy artillery fire, on behalf of our air gunners and every defender of the sky who protects Ukraine against enemy aircrafts and missiles, on behalf of our 10th men who fight to restore our Ukrainian borders, on behalf of our conscripts who are being trained now, including here in Britain. Thank you, Britain. And who will be then deployed to the front line, skilled, equipped, and eager to win.
And that was the voice of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud has called for a ceasefire after clashes in a disputed town in the breakaway region of Somaliland left at least 13 people dead. Both sides accused the other of starting the fight. Somaliland insisted it was defending itself from aggression. The reason for the confrontation is not due to animosity, but for political reasons, Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud said on Tuesday. Tensions have been building in Lasand, the capital of the contested Sool region, since December. The region has been a point of conflict between Somaliland and semi-autonomous region in Puntland, both of which lay claim to the territory. Onto the sports scene, Croatia's famed football coach Miroslav, who led the country to a third-place finish in 1998 World Cup, died on Wednesday at the age of 87. The National Football Federation announced he died in the capital, Zagreb, after a long fight with cancer. Meanwhile, World Cup winner Emiliano Martinez, Yazin Bonu of Morocco, and Belgium's Tahibat Kroosjes was nominated on Wednesday for the top goalkeeping prize at the FIFA Best Awards. And that was Citizen FM 93.7 News at Noon, as edited by Lawrence Umoite. I am Philomena Okolo. To listen to us online, please visit citizenfm.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Citizen FM Abuja, on Instagram at Citizen FM 937, on Twitter at Citizen FM 937. Up next is Perspectives. Do stay with us.
We teach girls shame. Close your legs, cover yourself. We make them feel as though by being born female, they're already guilty of something.
So I think right now we have the chance to be heard, and that's why we're doing it. We're all doing it because we're asking to try and elicit change.
No woman should sit down and allow a man to speak about her reproductive rights.
But it is about opening spaces for other women and not to be seen as token. And the